I am Slick Nick, and you're watching my channel that largely focuses on emotional intelligence. So one of the things we have learned, as highlighted in a very important book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, you can't prove someone wrong and at the same time gain their respect. Ultimately, what people are wanting is to be perceived as valuable or right. So when someone wants to try to prove you wrong, if you're on the receiving end of that, the best thing to do is to allow them to think that they're right. Because it's not worth your own time, if you have good time management skills, to try to prove that you're right instead of them. So I want to use this example. This happened today in real life on my channel. And I want you to check out how I deflected this situation from what could have been a debate and instead diffuse the situation by getting that person to talk more about themselves instead. This is, again, you'll find this throughout this book here by Dale Carnegie. So let's check it out. So just a little bit of background on this video. I identify as being red pill, which means I choose to have a victorious mindset, not a victim mentality. So it's about you working with what you've got and overcoming things on your end instead of giving hope to someone else, giving them power over you. You take control of that yourself. So that's what red pill is. Blue pill is thinking, this is as good as it gets for me. This is the life that I have and I can't do anything about it. So hopefully you can see the difference between victim mentality, which is the opposite of what I am, versus what I actually am, and that's victorious mindset, which is a choice, but you do have to commit to that. It's a daily choice. So let's check this out. I made a video called Constantly Worrying You Might Go Bald. That's a sign of a bigger issue. They need to focus on other people instead of yourself. So don't get caught up so much in the subject matter of this video, but let's focus on using this as an example of how, again, I deflected the conversation back over to the person leaving the comment to make it about them so that there's not a conflict. And this was just good practice for me for in real life as well. So I received a comment from someone saying, how is worrying about going bald any different than worrying about your physique? Why not let nature do its thing and let your body degrade naturally? By blue pill logic or red pill logic, then going to the gym equals blue pill. Same for charm, fashion, etc. Don't learn these things if you weren't born with it, because then this will make you blue pill. So what this person is saying is they're equating, or they're maybe even conflating, me going to the gym, focusing on what I can control as a 40-year-old man and my diet and doing those things, and this person saying, well, how's that any different than if you are trying to prevent going bald by taking Rogaine or something like that? So to me, it's two different things. You know, your DNA determines whether you're going to go bald and by what age. So I already know that. So ultimately, he's trying to say, how is that the same? How is that not the same ultimately? You're going to the gym to improve your physique. Why not take Rogaine to keep from going bald or get a hair transplant? So to me, it's clearly not the same thing. But is it worth my time to explain that to this person? This person, in their mind, already has their decision made up. And I know that. And I have zero interest in trying to convert them to my way of thinking. They're not red pill. They're not willing to work with what they've got. And what they are willing to do is to conflate that issue with everything. And I recognize that. So I want to be polite. I want to be professional. And how do I carry on this conversation? Well, here's what I said. So I immediately started having them tell me about themselves. I said, are you blue pill or black pill? Because blue pill gives hope over yourself to other people. Black pill says there is no hope. Red pill says there is hope, but you have to take control of your own life. So basically this person's identifying as not being red pill, so I just wanted to know more about them. Are you black pill or blue pill? So I said, are you blue pill or black pill? Tell me more about yourself. Deflecting right there. To which they said, blue pill based on your logic, which I'm trying to decipher. If lifting weights yielded hair growth, would you still consider it a blue pill mentality? I think worrying about hair loss has a negative connotation because the only means of fixing it is via drugs and hair transplants. To which I commented back, I agree. And anytime I can use the word I agree, the phrase I agree, it's a step in the right direction. You don't want people, You don't want to have them be able to say no, or you don't want to be putting yourself in a situation where you're disagreeing. You always want to find a way to agree with the person. You always want to find a way to do that. So I said, I agree, you are blue pill. So even in my answer, I deflected what they were saying, just basically saying, okay, so you're blue pill. I agree. Those are the magic words. To which he said, I do not take finasteride, though, because I don't want to mess with my hormones, but to anyone viewing this, a treatment for male pattern baldness should be coming in the next 5 years. There's a company that's currently in clinical trials developing an androgen receptor degrader, meaning DHT won't affect your hair loss follicles, therefore side effect free. Now, side note, if you're familiar with this hair loss channel, you know, and I even recently made a video, not only do I not think I'm balding, but I'm not trying to fix my hairline. I absolutely am red pill, and I would rather either just buzz it off, or if I feel like growing my hair out, I'll accept that my hairline's, quote, not perfect and it's got this V in it. It's cool. But to this viewer, they don't accept that red pill mentality. They're blue pill, and I accept that about them. I'm empathizing with them. To which I responded, I am happy for you. Thank you for supporting my channel. To which the person responded, cheers, end quote. So I feel good about that conversation. See, this is a character arc even for me now that I'm really applying the principles of this book. Now, me a couple years ago, when I was less emotionally intelligent, I would have further down the debate with this person. But what you see that I did is they were basically wanting to tie me in to a blue pill or black pill mentality, which I'm not. I know who I am. So a confident person knows who they are. But instead of ever trying to prove someone wrong, and I made a video about this recently, it's actually more fun to try to prove someone right when they're wrong. I'm not saying this person's wrong, but what I'm saying is, instead of defending your own system of beliefs, why don't you just find a way to agree with them and cheer them on for where they're at in life? And I guess I need to make this its own separate video, but I want to do one where, as mentioned in this, I should just hold the book the whole entire time, right? As mentioned in this book, it's ultimately, I would feel the same way if I were you. That's the next video I guess I need to make right after this. I would feel the same way if I were you. So that person with the comment, if I were them, I would feel the same way. Why? Because I would have a different brain and different life experiences. I would be blue pill if I was that other person. I'm not that other person. I have a different brain. If we did a brain transplant, yes, they would think like me. But they haven't, and that's not what I'm aiming for. I'm not trying to convert them. They need to be wherever that they're at in life, and maybe they'll always be blue pill. That's their life, not mine. That is how I successfully deflected a situation from being a debate to actually just trying to be encouraging to that person. Your comments belong right here.